Hey everyone, Stealth here. Just working on my CBR250. It's a 2011. I got it off this guy, lived near my parents. So he was selling it, he was desperate to sell it because the winter was rolling around and it was just sitting at the side of his house. And then it wouldn't go into first gear, it would just shut off. So it had, a lot of people are familiar with this bike, or some other Hondas. The kickstand safety switch sensor failed, so that's the issue. So I just bypassed the sensor and I got it to work here. But because of the issue, I lowballed him to $1,000 and he took the offer. Once I brought it back to the shop, I just bypassed the sensor and it worked fine. Had some other minor things. The chain was all rusted, so I'm going to replace that. Clean the front sprocket, had some rust, surface rust from the chain, you know, kind of bleeding into the sprocket. The fork here, the area right here was a lot of surface rust. So I just scraped a lot of the rust down with just a wire brush. It took it all out, it's not a big deal. I'll just spray some reformer and then some black rust paint over it. Even here, there's some like minor bit right there I'll scrape off and then repaint. Okay, the rims were also this gross reddish bronze color. So I tried to get the paint off using some stripper. And I'll just repaint them black. I'll show you guys that when it's done. I'm just gonna do like a direct to metal paint and then clear coat and it should be fine. Yeah, and here I had the stock fender, that ugly thing that a lot of people remove. I'm gonna do a fender eliminator, maybe change the tail lights. I'm not gonna use those stock tail lights. What else am I gonna do this? Oh yeah, so I have all the fairings here. There was a crack in the right fairing. I was gonna repair it, but I said screw it. I just got some fairings from Thailand. I'll ship it direct, pretty cheap even with shipping, so I'll just replace the fairings. Just the right one, and then there's a front cowl in the middle, and then the left front. You'll see that in the next video when I have all that stuff. I'm gonna change the brakes and then clean the brakes out with brake cleaner, front and back. Okay, so this bike had a Leo Vince full exhaust on it and it sounds really annoying. I actually found a stock exhaust locally. The guy delivered it to me, so I paid for the exhaust and delivery. Cool guy. And he had it because he put a custom exhaust on his CBR, which is a lot better than the one I had. Sounds much better. I think it's a Yoshimura, I think. I'm gonna sand all that scrape part down and just paint it flat black. The whole look that I'm going for with this bike is just gonna be like a blacked out CBR. Should look really nice. I've seen some pictures online. Looks really cool. I was thinking of doing like a Street Fighter with all this off. It looked really cool, but you have to do a lot of modification, especially to the gauge cluster and the handlebars, because I'd want the handlebars a little bit higher. I don't like that angle. If they were a little bit higher, it would be perfect, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done if you do something like that. But I'm just planning on putting it together and maybe flipping the bike in the spring. So probably parts in total, I probably spent only maybe $1,300 with the bike included and tax. So just trying to flip it, make some extra money, get a cooler bike in the springtime. Alright, so here's an update on the CBR250R. The rims are painted and they're back on. I have just the light just sitting there for now until I get the new fairings, replace the old fairings. The back wheel's back on, new chain installed, I just greased it. It's this kind of paste. It's not that other stuff you spray. It's a lot better. A lot of people really like it. It doesn't go all over your wheel once you're actually moving. I rust painted the kickstand. Looks nice and fresh. I've been using this stuff. It restores plastic. A lot of plastic on the bike, like the handlebars and stuff, just to restore that shine. Especially these areas here, which sun faded. And this chain cover here looks so nice with that stuff on it. Even the fairing down here. So I started putting on the fairings. These are more of the non-fancy fairings, just to cover all the wiring and stuff inside. Also use that plastic restore. Looks really nice. I even use it on the seat. I just put everything back together, wired all the connectors and stuff to the light and the gauge cluster, just so it could be ready to install the fairings. I just tied everything down with zip ties. I actually want to take this outside and run it a bit, so I want all that stuff to work. and not fall off. I also need the stock header so I can put on, like I said, stock muffler and then paint that cover black and attach it on there and then put on the pegs. And this bike will be done. I actually like it a lot. I want to keep it. The only problem is I actually like cruisers more. I don't know if you check my channel, I have a V-Star 650. I actually prefer riding that a lot more than this. This was good to learn on. I'm a cruiser guy, cruiser bike guy. But yeah, these are okay for beginners. So that's it for now. I'll show you guys more updates when the parts come in. Take care.